Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, then welcome. Today's pick a card reading is an interesting one. We are going to see, what does your crush think about you right now? In front of me, I have 3 different options, each with a different card and number. Choose the one that really calls out to you. This is group 1, group 2, and group 3. Okay, let's get started. Hey, group number 1. Okay, so what does your crush think about you right now? Okay, so instantly, I see that your crush views you guys as somebody who is inspiring, okay? Just the way that you are. There could be something that you guys do in particular that ignites this passionate flame within your crush, okay? And I feel like, it's got that whole like they're crushing on you. They're starting to fall for you. They catch themselves thinking about you. They, like I said, like they feel inspired by you, and you get them wanting to create and dive into their own creativity is what I'm seeing. Okay, so you guys come across like there's something you do in particular that not a lot of people do, okay, like something artistic, and on top of just being who you are, it inspires your crush, and you get them feeling some type of way that they haven't felt. And for some of you, getting that this person is currently with someone, so they feel torn and conflicted. Okay, so only take that if it resonates. And it's just, it's like you guys make them realize that something's been missing in their life, okay? And you bring that. And they feel that, with the world here. And they're not sure what to do about that right now, because I do feel like you and them, this is like a newer connection. So they're like, okay, so how do I feel something so intensely with somebody that, you guys may have talked here and there, but like I don't feel like you've gotten that deep yet. But it's like on some level, like there's this soul recognition where you two already feel like you know each other, and it's got that like, I feel like I'm home feeling. So this person's definitely curious and interested, and like they want to get to know you better. If your crush isn't currently seeing someone, then what I get is that they're tied up with something right now, and that could be what they do for a living, where they don't feel like they're able to see you yet. Okay, so like if they're in the military, they could be deployed somewhere, just as an example. Or maybe they travel a lot for work. There's just something there that's like currently seen as like an obstacle. Okay, so let's take a look at the message cards to get a glimpse even further into what does your crush think about you right now? We have, this is too risky. Okay, so there is a part of them that's like, what am I doing entertaining this idea? It feels risky. We have wolf in sheep's clothing. Okay, so I feel like this person kind of feels like a wolf in sheep's clothing, especially if they're with somebody and, they catch themselves thinking about you, wondering about you. What are you up to? Are you interested in them too? Like, I'm getting it all. The way that they're thinking about this and, imagining like what would a future with you be like. There is something about you that I can't explain. That's what I was saying. Like, they don't understand it, but they know that they feel like this intense connection with you. Then we have, I think about you all the time. Okay, yeah, that's what I was getting with them, like wondering about you, wondering what you're up to, wondering if you feel this way too. They don't understand this, okay? And it like makes them like even more dive into their head, like especially if they're with someone, they're like, how can I feel this way about somebody that I just met when I'm with somebody who I care about, So they have that like that internal conflict going on. And they say, how are you going to act like that? And what they mean is like, I feel like you and them are doing this back and forth dance, so to speak, where 1 minute, they kind of show interest in you and then they back off, and then you show interest in them and then you back off. But I get it. Because you're like, I'm not going to just come forward if this person, you know, isn't going to be consistent, especially if you know that this person's taken. So yeah, you know, you're going to back off. So part of them's like trying to read into the situation and see like, are you really interested or not? And that's what makes this whole thing feel like a gamble to them. We have, if that's true, I'll let this be. And that's like them saying like, if you're actually not interested, like I'll just let this whole idea go. I'm dealing with a lot right now. Okay, so it's not just you that's on their mind, it's their life in general. Like, I do feel like this person has a lot going on top of if they are seeing someone, you know, and like I said, like that internal battle going on of them feeling like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Then we have, I've never met anyone like you. Okay, so they recognize this as a unique connection and they don't feel this way with anyone else. So they do want to explore it. And then we have, I'm going to make a move towards you. Okay, so even though this person's going back and forth, this is what the cards are currently showing, that despite whatever, you know, is tying up this person, like they have this bold, passionate energy coming through as the outcome where they say, you're going to hear from me. And I actually get the feeling that it's going to be like when you least expect it. It has this like abrupt type of feel to it where it'll come to a point where you will basically let this idea probably go, like let it go in your mind because nothing's happening. And then that's when I feel like all of a sudden you're going to hear from this person and they're going to reveal something that's going to move this forward. That's what the cards are currently showing. It could change, but as of right now, that's what they're saying. Okay, group number 1, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, feel free to anytime. You can email me your questions and choose a payment on Linktree. All that information is in the description box or in the community tab. Thank you all so much for being here. Bye, guys. Hey, group number 2. Okay, so what does your crush think about you right now? Okay, so right off the bat, I gotta say that your crush has a very interesting energy about them. Okay, so they're coming across like they're like this go-getter with like this fierce, ambitious, fiery type of energy. Although I'm not getting for all of you that this is a fire sign, but they do come across very fiery, very ambitious, very goal-oriented, very like this laser-like focus in life. Okay, so with all that being said, where do you fit in with this? Okay, because I feel like this person, they almost come across like they're too busy currently for developing this connection with you. But I do see that you are on this person's mind, okay? In fact, you are definitely a bright spot in this person's life, okay? Like when they have a moment to chill and just kind of drift off in their mind, they definitely think about you. They wonder what you're up to. They wonder what you're doing. Do you feel the same way? Do you miss them? That's interesting. That came through in group 1 too. So I get a lot of mind wandering going on whenever you guys hear this video. Like, these crushes are definitely thinking about you too. It's not just in your head. But there's something going on right now in this person's life whenever you hear this, because it's timeless, where they feel like they're going through something rough, where they had to let go of something, or they will have to let go of something or someone to be with you, is what I'm seeing. For some of you, they already have done that. And for others of you, they have not. Okay, so it's like, it's rough for this person, even if they feel like it's for the best, is what I'm getting. Okay, so there's definitely some kind of a chapter that's closing in their life and a new one that's opening. I don't necessarily know that they're going to feel like they can just dive into this right away with you. It might take some time, but it might not. Okay, so like things are subject to change. That's the thing with timing. But either way, I see one door closing and one door opening, and this person is just kind of like doing their thing. Okay, so what makes this person feel confident, secure, and grounded in a ever-changing, unpredictable world is them diving into what it is that they do for a living. Okay, so they feel like they're really good at their job is what I'm getting. So if you see that this person, especially, okay, some of you group 2, I know that you work with this person. Okay, so you're going to actually get to experience this firsthand. You're going to like really dive into it is what I'm seeing. And you're going to think, wow, like this person's not interested at all. Like they don't even look at me anymore. And I'm seeing that's not the case at all. That is them like getting back to their confident, grounded, balanced self. Okay, like giving whatever it is that they're doing in the moment, like their all. Okay, and then I see like once they feel like, okay, myself again, then I feel like that's when all of a sudden this is going to take like an abrupt turn. And it's going to be like, oh my gosh, this is similar to group 1 too. Like it's gonna be when you least expect it. Like everybody, there's a similar theme coming through with all the piles. It's like you all are being called to kind of surrender to not knowing and being okay with that. And even like if this doesn't happen, okay, like I trust in whatever's meant to be. And then I feel like if it is meant to be, that is when it's going to happen. Okay, that's what's coming through here. But as of right now, you guys are being called to like really tap into what makes you happy. Like be open to this connection, but don't like hold out on your happiness until you hear from them or until something changes. Like be happy now is what's coming through to me to tell you. So let's take a look at the message cards to get a glimpse even further into what does your crush think about you right now. All right, so actually, before I get into the message cards, something else came through to me. So I also see that they are seeing you like the same way that you're seeing them, or you will see them, kind of like somebody who has overcome something that was tough, and yet, you know, you're rising above like the phoenix, and you're really like, you also have a laser like focus right now in accomplishing like what's in front of you or any goals. So you both are very fiery, passionate, ambitious like people is what's coming through, who kind of act like I don't really have time for love, even though I do feel like you both want like something with somebody, with each other, right? But that's how much though you two are playing it cool, is that I can't even say that on here, that you both want something with each other, because that's like how much you both are acting like, no, nothing's going on, like I don't have any feelings, like I don't know what you're talking about. Group 2, no wonder you're all like, is this in my head or not? Like, is this happening? Like, are we both feeling this connection? Yeah, you are. But like, that's how much you both are like acting. Like, it's so low key. That's how you're acting. But energetically, I get that you both are interested. All right, now let's take a look at the message cards. Okay, so the first thing we have is trust in the unfolding of this. Okay, so even though you guys really are, you know, you're trying to get a read on this person, they're trying to get a read on you, believe it or not. I know they keep things so low key, you would have no clue, but they are in their own way. And you both are kind of, this is kind of what's partly intriguing about this connection, is neither one of you can quite get a read on each other, even though energetically you feel the interest and curiosity that's there. So yeah, it's interesting. And you know, you're trying to like understand it and understand like, is this going somewhere or not? And it's acting like really just be comfortable in the unknown, do you, and trust in the unfolding. If it's meant to be, it's going to happen, you know. We have, you are everything I've ever wanted in a person. Okay, like I'm spilling the tea on this person. That is what they feel deep down, even though they're so good at hiding it and leaving you guys wondering and keeping you at the edge of your seat. We have Don't You Want Me, Baby? Okay, so that's them also being at the edge of their seats, even though they're good at hiding it and being like, aren't you interested? Like, I thought you would show it more. Like, what's going on? And honestly, that's just you two doing this kind of mirroring dance where 1 minute one of you shows interest, then backs off, then you show interest, and then you back off, you know. And it makes sense because you guys are like, I'm not going to come forward if this person's backing off. I still wonder what we could have been. Well, yeah, but what's weird is that's written in the past tense. And I feel like this person constantly wonders, like, what could we be? You know, if I could just close the door on my old life and enter this new one already. I'm not sure where to go from here. Okay, that's them being honest. Okay, this person loves coming across as being sure about everything, but this is one thing that they are not sure about. And then that's when they act like we should just let sleeping dogs lie, and this person wants to just jump ship, you know, and not even go there with you because it all feels so risky. Yeah, there we have it. I'm sure about a lot of things, but not this. That's exactly what I was picking up on with this card. I can't explain it, but I love it. That's this feeling they get with you that they don't get with anybody else. And just this like connectedness. It feels intense, even if you two haven't spoken a lot. How can I make things right? Okay, that's funny that came out because I feel like this person knows exactly what they can do to make things right. Right? Like choose you once and for all. Like, come on, walk through that door. Then they say, I want you. And I just got the biggest smile when looking at this card. This person lights up when they think about you or when they're around you. Okay. And if this person is good at hiding it, like they have a poker face when they're around you, they're smiling on the inside. Okay. I see it. Ooh, then we have I love you. This person. Okay. They're catching feelings for you guys fast. And I think that's why they're also like kind of even compensating with like not showing it and really like diving into work. But regardless of you guys, you know, not in constant communication or seeing each other or any action happening, this is where like you're supposed to trust in the unfolding. Like if it's meant to be, it'll be. If not, like somehow it'll make itself known to you. But you guys are connected on the 5D, okay? So it's like you guys are communicating, whether you're actually communicating or not, you know? It's like you know. And you know what's up. You know that they're interested. And on some level, they know that you're interested. So this is very interesting. I also feel like you guys are connected on the dream level as well. Okay, group number 2. This is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, feel free to anytime. You can email me your questions and choose a payment option on Linktree. All that information is in the description box, or you can find it in the community tab. Thank you all so much for being here. Bye, guys. Group number 3. Okay, so what does your crush think about you right now? Ooh, okay, so for some of you, okay, so if you chose this pile, I'm getting that you and your crush were romantically involved with each other to some capacity, okay? And that could even be just talking, even. I just feel like there was this intense connection, even though it was short-lived. And for others of you, your crush is your ex, though. Okay, so if none of that resonates, feel free to choose another pile, but I'm definitely getting a specific message coming through that you and this person were already like at this point where you two were talking at least, and there could have been more, but it was short-lived. Okay, very mutual. It's like you two clicked, and I'm getting, like I said, like the impression that some of you actually saw this person, whether you had a label or not, and it just, you guys went from being on the same page to all of a sudden there was this abrupt shift, and it ended. It was like you felt like you had to walk away even if you didn't want to. And I get a lot of sadness, okay? And this is from both of you. Both of you felt like you had to end this connection even though you didn't want to. And, you know, both of you really felt the loss of this, is what I'm getting with the 5 of Cups. Like, even if you feel like this person, if you feel like, you know, it was their idea, you might think, oh, they walked away easily. But I'm getting the impression that they did not. You know, it wasn't easy. Even if they never, like, told you that or you didn't see it, I'm getting that it was hard for both of you. Okay, so let's take a look at the message cards to get a glimpse even further into what does your crush think about you right now. So we start off with I wish you understood how complicated my life is. Okay. So this person's like trying to get you to see things from their point of view is what I'm seeing with that. That there could have been a lot going on or something in particular that was happening that this person felt like, they had to break away from this connection. I think about you all the time. And I feel like you think about this person all the time as well. And that's why you both still feel connected, even if you're not communicating or seeing each other. I can't stop thinking about you. Okay, so that's interesting. We have 2 cards in a row that talk about, thinking about you all the time. And I feel like the same is happening with you. And that's why you're like, what is going on? Like, I don't even talk to this crush or see them. And they're thinking the same thing. It's because you're both thinking about each other. Please don't think me being distant means I don't care, because I do. Okay, so they want you to know that regardless of, you two not communicating or seeing each other, or the fact that this connection, no matter, how short or long it was, it's a general reading. For some of you, this could have been a relationship that was longer. But either way, short, long, doesn't matter. An intense connection is an intense connection. And with a label or not, it's like you both felt this. But they want you to know that regardless of what happened and what is currently not happening, don't think that that means that I don't care, because I do. We have try to see things from my point of view. Okay, so yeah, that's what I was picking up on earlier, is like they want you to understand like there's a bigger picture going on than the little bit that you're seeing, and that they just want you to trust that, like don't see this from a harsh perspective, like you did mean the world to this person. It's just for whatever reason, it's like you two had to break off from this connection for now. Because I do feel like you guys probably think that, oh, so all those sweet words or whatever that you said must have meant nothing if you can just throw this away. And they're trying to tell you, no, like I did mean what I said. You know what's interesting? What comes to me about this is it's kind of like one of those things where it's not that they wanted, like I keep getting the same message, like it's not that you or them wanted to break off from this connection, but it's like instead of like explaining what was going on, in a way it's kind of easier to just like cut off, even if you don't want to. Especially if this is a newer connection. Like I understand it's not easy being vulnerable and telling someone new like what's going on, what you're going through, But that heart-to-heart conversation could have possibly made it to where you didn't like cut off from this connection, or they didn't cut off from this connection. Yeah, I'm getting a huge mirroring thing going on between you two. Like it literally feels like either one of you could have been the one to be like, I don't want to cut off from this, but I feel like I have to right now. Even though I do want this and I do care about you. We have there is no escaping you. Everything reminds me of you. Yeah, that's how much you're on this person's mind, and that they're not over this connection. Because no one makes you feel... because no one makes me feel the way you do. Okay, so they're acknowledging like this is a unique connection that was intense that I don't feel with just anybody else. The best times of my life were with you. Okay, so they're trying to tell you like they felt, on top of the world, like anything was possible. Like truly like this amazing state of being when connected to you. Then they say you're going to hear from me. Okay, so that's a bold way to end this. So yeah, despite everything that happened, they're trying to tell you that you've always been the one on their mind. They don't feel this way with just anybody, and they want you to try to be open-minded and see things from their point of view and not judge, them cutting off from you. It didn't mean they don't care. They were going through their own thing. And they say you're going to hear from me. So no doubt there's been a common theme with all the piles. It'll be like when you guys least expect it and kind of like let go, surrender to not knowing and just doing you, not postponing your happiness. And I feel like it's meant to be, like you'll hear from this person. Okay, group number 3. This is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, feel free to anytime. You can email me your questions and choose a payment option on Linktree. All that information is in the description box, or you can find it in the community tab. Thank you all so much for being here. Bye, guys.